Do you like fun folds? Do you like window cards? Would a card that combines both be something you'd want to make? This video will show you how to do exactly that. Welcome, my crafty friends. I'm Dawn, creator, Adhere Creates Crafts, and this is the channel for simple cards, duplicatable crafts, helpful hands, and projects you'll be able to make just by watching one of my videos. Are you ready to create some crafts? Come on in. I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll get started. All right, let's see. Can you see well? There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let me get you started. I'm gonna use some bright fun colors to show you the difference in the contrast because I use some muted, more romantic, delicate colors with my sample cards. So with your base, here is your step one. Cut your regular piece of cardstock, 8.5 by 11, in half, like we usually do. Then I want you to score both pieces, and guess what? We are going to use both pieces for this card, so don't put one aside. Keep both with you. Now, what I want you to do, you've seen it, so I might as well show you this first before I show you what to do. We are, with what we're going to consider the top card, we are going to put a window in it using a die cut, and we're going to talk about that. But bouncing back to step two of step one, I want you to cut a sliver off both pieces of your cards. Just a sliver. Does it matter which side? No, it does not. But what do I mean by sliver? I mean a sliver. It's barely there. Let me show you how I did mine. Is you see how here's your cutting well, if you will, and just beyond that is the end of the little dark. So all I did was line my card up to the edge of the dark, and then golly, I can't even tell you, I bet it's less than 1/16 of an inch right there. And if I impressed you with that term 1/16 of an inch, don't be impressed. I have my cheat sheet right in front of me, and I'll tell you in the description section where you can find one of these magic rulers for free on my Stampin' Up website. So just a sliver off each card. So that's your step two of step one, because we have 3 steps of part one. If you want, I am not going to with this card. If you want, you can now emboss this front card. If you're going to dry emboss, I recommend you do it before you cut your hole. It probably doesn't matter, but I did. Now, both my sample cards have the dry embossing. Because they're very delicate, pale colors, I did want to add a little interest. The other thing I want to call your attention to, one of my peekaboo holes, my windows, is using designer series paper, and the other is using stamping. The one with the stamping, I made a frame, and this one I did not make a frame. And we're going to do a frame with today's sample, but I really wanted to show you the difference with the dry embossing and then stamping versus designer series paper. And you can do either or both, and both are correct. Now, to get on with the show, we're going to move to step two. Before we do, I want to share with you the reason I do DD Creates Crafts channel is, one, to introduce you to me, two, introduce you to Stampin' Up products like these fun In-Colors, and three is to show you how to use the products you order with simple cards and projects. And I'm going to put links for these products, especially from today's video, down in the description section for you to order anything you fall in love with. And I'm sure you already know this, but just in case, when you order products from any of the videos you see with me, it helps the channel. And guess what? I'm going to send you some thank you notes as a thank you for supporting my channel. And this month, as if it's not good enough, this month it just gets better. It's the biggest sale of the year. And you'll get freebies from the company, and you'll get gifties from me, and it's just all good and all fun with our products. Step two is, I shared already, I snuck and showed you, but step two is to die cut the front of your card. Now what I recommend, so let me bring up my die cut shapes. I use the Stylish Shapes dies. In my first two sample cards, I used the circles. So for this card, I wanted to use the squares just to give you something different and give you a little, a third little view and a third sample. I used the two largest of the circles. We want them nesting. Now with the nesting, to make our frame, you're going to use the smallest of the squares to die cut your hole, whether it be circle or square, the smallest of your dies. Then to make our frame, we're going to nest our dies, and the center right there, you're going to save for a rainy day. That'll be a beautiful decorated square you can use, but the nesting part turns out like this, and this is what I'm calling a frame, and this is what we're going to use, and that is created from the two larger squares with stylish shapes dies. So I'm going to put that aside for you. Actually, I'm going to put it aside for myself. So let me see what our next step is. I'm moving on to step 3. What we're going to do in step 3 is cut some layers. I want you to cut a white layer of 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. An odd cut. However, because we did trim the little thread, the little itty bitty piece off, the 7/8 is gonna just make it balance and fit a little better. Where is 7/8? Let me look it up and you will too. Between the 3/4 and the next level, the next inch, 7/8 is right in the middle between 3/4 and the next inch. And again, you're gonna need my little baby ruler to do that. So we've got our white. Now the white you're either gonna use for the inside if you have a dark card base, or you're gonna use it as on the inside for your stamping. If you're not doing stamping, you're gonna cut a piece of designer series paper in the exact same size. So if you're not going to use a piece of white for stamping, the designer series paper is 5 1/4 by 3 7/8. For me, for right now, I'm actually going to need both because my base is dark. So this is going to go on the inside. This is going to be my peekaboo through my window. So this starts your step 3. The second part of step 3 is going to be to stamp the sentiment on the inside, which for me what I do is I do it on the white part on the very, very inside. So then you're gonna see on the outside, I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me hold that thought. Will you hold that thought with me? I'll share a sneak peek. See how it says sending? So mine's gonna say sending, your sample. On the inside it'll say birthday wishes. Sending birthday wishes. Cute. And how do you get this? Sending Smiles stamp set and dies. Over here, the pretty blue are all the dies, and the black, which is not quite so pretty, and I'll never do that again in black. I'm gonna use me a color, but these are all your stamps, and you're gonna see how each of these, let me share. Here are some of my flowers, and then the little centers you can do in a different color. Here is, what would you call it? One of the branches. And then for, did I do it on the inside? Yes. See that little bunch of flowers? There it is. And I did not put white on the inside of this card because it's light enough, in my humble opinion, to handwrite my little love note. So that's that with that. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'll put all the links below. Hey, are you having fun? Have you learned something new yet? I want you to please go boop and hit the like button. Show YouTube that you want more crafters to see my videos. Thank you, thank you. We have got step 3, rocking and rolling for us. We have stamped the sentiment on the inside. We've got our layers here, and we've got a frame. So let me see what my next step of step 3. I've got 3 steps of step 3. So I want to do for the last one is, last step of step 3, say that 3 times real fast, is to adhere the 2 base cards together by nesting them within each other. Now I'm going to show you a secret, and I'm going to demo it because I'm like, let me just show this. All right. If I'm just winging it and putting it together, let me do this because I want to do it wrong to show you. Let me put that there just so you can see. That's the part I cut off. So look, I don't want that showing on the back of the card. That doesn't look good. And then on this side, it's a little short as well because now on the inside, this is a little too long. It hangs over the little fold line. So here's your secret to success. This is important. I put a little star asterisk beside it and I put important note to remember. Here's your secret to success. If you forget everything, here's what you need to know. Just remember this. The sides, the edges that we cut the little sliver off, they both go on the inside of the card. So if you go to assemble your card and you're like, that doesn't look good. So let's put it on the inside. Well, pretend it's still there. What just happened? So just keep flipping until both need to go on the inside of the card. So you know what to do? Flip it over. So now this is the inside of the card. Let me make sure. Did I do it wrong? And that's why I did my little notes. I did. All right, let me do it this way. Now it's correct, because see how the edges match up? Just keep flipping your two sides until both of your sliver cut edges are on the inside. And it may take you a minute. It just took me a minute. And if it lines up wrong, you're just gonna flip it this way. You know what I mean? Upside down, inside out. So let me see if I got it right, and I do. So let's go ahead and adhere this in place. And what I found is best to do is, let me see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna open it up. Let me double check myself one more time before I adhere it closed. All right, I'm happy and I'm satisfied that it's in the correct place. Now, I have shown you this trick before, but I'm going to show you again because we want our edges flush. So if your paper trimmer has edges like this, I want you to line up your base card, the base card with your paper trimmer. Get out our glue. With glue, you start from the center and work your way to the edge, right? So I think what I'll do for me is start here and adhere it to this side because I don't want to get glue on my paper trimmer. Now sometimes once I get my glue, I'm not squeezing, I have to tell you, I'm just pushing the glue around. I do want it up to the edge, but a little bit bugs me when the glue seeps out and creates a little puddle. So I want my glue everywhere. However, just a little bitty bit. And this is beautifully sticky glue, yet until it dries, it gives you a little wiggle room. So if I make a mistake, I can correct the error of my ways. All right, so I am gonna line this up with the edge, and close this, and I'm gonna give everything a little press. And now I feel comfortable, it's lined up, so I'm gonna move this aside and get my bone folder and just give everything another little burnish and make sure we're nice and creased, nice and in place. And I'm pretty stinking happy with the way it is coming along. As far as the details, and the details when we make cards are gonna make the difference between homemade and handmade. Handmade, people pay big bucks for, not that we're selling our goodies, but homemade, it kind of feels cheesy and it doesn't feel like it has quite that quality, if you know what I mean, Jelly Bean. All right, let's go ahead and adhere our layers down. So it's gonna be the Designer Series paper, which is Designer Series paper, DSP, is Stampin' Up! Lingo for patterned paper. Who'd have thunk it? When I first joined, I was in January. Now I've been paper crafting for 20 years. Actually, I've been crafty since a little kid, but paper crafting with scrapbooking and card making, about 20 years. So long story short, I joined in January, and I didn't know what DSP was. I'm like, what? So that's why I tend to write it out. I'll say designer series paper, because if you're like me, it's like, I don't know what DSP is. I do now. Aren't you proud of me? I know it now. What? But it's just lingo for pattern paper. So this will be our decoration instead of stamping for this particular sample card. So when we close our window, we see our designer series paper peeking through, and then the open, 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 and I'm gonna put the pre-stamped sentiment and little pretties on the inside of the card, okay? Da, 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 da. When I say biggest sale of the year, I'm talking about a term called sale abration, which you get freebies with an order of 50 or an order of 100. You get to pick, like literally choose what freebies you want. It's not like, hey, here's the gift we're gonna send you. No, you get to hand pick what you want, and Stampin' Up! Just added 10 more items to the freebie list. If you'd like to be on my email list, let me know, because you'll get advanced sneak peeks of my monthly card class, which anybody can order. I mean, you can be a demonstrator or a happy customer, and you can order one of my card kits and just use your own stamp sets. All right, so I close and I close, and now what I'm gonna do is I wanna attach my frame. So let's open our card again. I should put my little card right in the corner for you to stare at, shouldn't I? There we go. Okay, this is the host code. Go ahead in August and use the host code when you're ordering product with me, because I'm gonna send you free stuff. When you order 30 or more, I actually give you my card class for free. Card class is $25 for 4 kits. $25 includes shipping. You are gonna get the card kits free with free shipping just by placing an order in August. You'll get the September card kits. And guess what? The September card kits are these colors, and we're gonna use the Sending Smiles stamp set and die set with it. What? Is that the front? That's the front. So let's go ahead. All right, let me glue this down, and then I'm going to tell you another little trick that I discovered while I was doing some mad and crazy gluing. And it has to do with gluing onto embossing paper. Now, the other thing I'm doing, what is this? It's a Silicone Craft Sheet. Yes, you have to have it in your crafting toolbox. It's about $6, I think. But watch, nothing sticks to this. So I'm using it to line up my baby picture frame, because I don't want glue, one, on my grid paper, but two, I don't want it getting on my the other parts of my card. But if you use a tape runner, you can run the tape runner right off your paper onto this and it will not stick. Hot glue, like a hot glue gun, will not stick. Regular glue will not stick. It's incredible. So I've had this probably since day one with my first order. Now look how cute it's coming along. So let's do some decorating. And that gets me on to our step 4, where we're gonna start with our decorating. Before we start step 4, I wanna tell you, I wanna ask you, if you want more videos like this one, all you have to do is subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. You know why? I want you to find me again. I want us to craft together always and always, because we're gonna have fun. Baby bird, build a bird punch. So cute, I can't stand it. I usually don't show you that side because it's so reflective, but it punches out the bird's body, the wing. This could be the chest. Sometimes I'll do like a blue bird with a red chest. And then I think that, oh, a little baby beak. That's how I did the little yellow. Now there's a stamp set that goes with it. I just didn't take the time to use the stamp set. So I just used the baby bird. And I've got some twine for us, because did you notice with the sample cards that I put some ribbon and it wraps all the way through, but look how pretty. So I thought for our whimsical card, I'd use twine instead of And then before we build, I got one more for you, is the sending decoration part. It's two pieces. This is what I'm calling the shadow, and this is the actual sentiment, and look how delicate it is, but look how gorgeous. So let me tell you another trick of the trade. You just have to have it. Can you glue this in place if you're careful? Yes, you can, and I'm very good with my glue. But you know what I found? When I used the glue seeped out, and once it's dry, it was tacky to the touch, and I was worried about it sticking to the envelope when I shipped it. So I have a new toy for us. It's called an adhesive sheet, and some of you regular crafters out there, or my Stampin' Up! Ladies, you're gonna know what this is. So I put it on, and I left that to peel off and show you how easy it is to peel off. But you put the adhesive sheet like over the paper, and then your die cut, when you cut it out, it really makes it like it's a sticker. So let me peel this off. It peels off beautifully. This is our garbage. And now I've got a beautiful little sticker that says sending, and I'm just gonna layer it one little baby letter at a time, because I can manipulate it to line up exactly where I want it. I got the D, because there, I want that more in the center. Okay, I can't move that, and I'll tell you why in a second. Getting my I in place, and my curly cursive in, and then my G for good luck. All right, what's sticking below is, I think, a little piece of cellophane. It did. Fell off. I've pre-stuck those with my dimensionals. Now look what's missing, the top of the eye, and guess what? It's gone. It's gone. I lost it. So you're gonna lose yours too, and let me tell you what you're gonna do instead. See this little baby die, and it's got the two little flowers? Well, the garbage of the flowers are the little dots inside these flowers. So instead of running the whole sentiment die again, run this little Betty baby sentiment with the flowers, because you'll use the flowers for decoration, but you see the centers? What? That's what we're gonna use for the top dot of our eye. I'm like, oh my goodness. So let me get, here's how I've been doing it so I don't have a lot of glue, is I gave myself a little blob, put it on my Take-A-Pick. I put a little baby blob. That was too big a baby blob, but on my eye, and then I'm gonna come in. There I go. I think I'm gonna try to go that way and put it in place. So I wanted to give you an option, because I can't be the only one that loses the dots, the tops of her eye. Tell me I'm not the only one. All right, tell me below. Tell me in the comment section, do you lose tiny doo-doos like that? I've lost things like this. I've lost stamps. I don't have one in front of me to show you, because it would just make you laugh. But I gotta show you and share with you a little cheating so we can fix the error of our ways. Now, if you're done laughing with me, not at me, I'm trying to decide which twine to use. Do I wanna go with the green? And this is all matchy-matchy again. I love that about Stampin' Up! Is everything matches. Oh, I just did the green. Let me try the matching blue again. Starry Night and Parakeet Party, I think. Okay, I made a career decision, and I am going to do the green. Da-da-da. You know what I thought of? If you ever want to join my team, you know you don't have to make videos, right? This is just my heart and something I love to do. The majority of demonstrators join as a hobby to support their spending habits, because we get a discount, and the majority also do not do videos. So please never let that hold you back. If this was something you would enjoy. I joined in January, but we still were a little bit really COVID related, so I wanted to have that sense of community. And I think I even had COVID back then, either late December or early January. All right, I like that. Now this package, I'll put the link below too. You get a package of 5, all the, what we call in-colors to, I started concentrating, which is why I got quiet. The in-colors are colors we introduce for 2 years only. So we just introduced some new colors. I think there's 5 of them. And by we, I mean Stampin' Up. And the colors will stay till the end of June of 2024. So the colors stick around for 2 years, and then we get new colors, which is fun because by the time you get bored with these, we'll get new ones. All right, I'm gonna close this just to see. And this, I did put that up top. I put this one on the bottom. By one, I'm meaning the sentiment, the word sentiment. So I can play around. I think I want the birdie to sit at the top. So I think what I'm gonna do is put my sentiment towards the bottom. Did I take mine? No, I got a little bitty bit of the cellophane on my baby bird. And I'm gonna sit the bird on the top. Yeah. And our card, oops, no, it's not complete. Look what we need. We need some bling. So let's get some green because, again, this is the bling that matches all the in colors. So again, woo, baby, all these in colors have the cutest, funnest colors in the history of the world, and then everything in life matches it. I'm like, what? Yeah. All right, let's get one more baby little dot. That looks like, I think I will put it there. Oh, I like it there. Okay. Oh, my little cellophane guys. What do you think? I'm gonna put the bold and the beautiful in the middle. All right, if you watch that soap opera, tell me. Bold and the Beautiful. I got hooked years ago when I went down to help my stepmother with some chemotherapy treatments. I got hooked on Bold and the Beautiful. So I'm hooked. I can't stop watching it. I still watch it. All right, here we go. Ta-ta-da. Here we go. Ta-ta-da. And last but not least, ta-ta-da. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? And remember, not just do you have a favorite, you gotta tell me I'm not alone in this game. You gotta tell me you lose your crafty stuff. Like this, these tiny little, maybe a teeny tiny little stamp. Do you lose it? Is it just me? Tell me it's not just me. Tell me, please. All right, did you have fun? This is your card. What I want you to do is go to Dee Dee Creates Crafts Facebook page after you make your card and post a picture. You'll see I don't even care where you post your picture, just post a picture. I was gonna say you post it on the video link. It doesn't matter, I just wanna see your cards. That just warms my heart to see that you're using my videos and making the cards. All right, I'm gonna turn the camera up now so we can say goodbye. And we hold up our card. I want you to remember the 3 things you could probably say them with me about now. 1, I want you to subscribe. 2, I want you to like this video. And 3, I want you to remember to come back again very soon and very often. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I got another video on Friday for you. Bye now.